Okay, so last week we did the lesson number 2, and then we had 1 or 2 sessions on lesson number 2, and today we are going to continue that one, and that's what called is 2.2.1. Let's operate the computer. So that's what we are going to start from there itself. Okay, so we must understand how to switch on the computer first, then how to switch off the computer secondly, right? So I think we discussed how to switch on the computer. Am I correct, Kevin? Kevin, have you taken your lunch? Kevin, have you taken your lunch?
What, sir?
Have you taken your lunch?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So then we will start from there. So how do we going to switch on the computer? Computer on करने देंगे. So what are the things that we are going to switch on the computer? You know, first what we have to do is अभी एक पढ़ने में तार मुझे तो कराना नहीं. What we have to do for the first time? Yes.
Supply electricity.
How do you going to supply it? How do you going to supply it?
Switch on the wall switch.
In the wall switch, right? Okay. Switch on the wall switch. Okay. Switch on the wall switch. Right then.
Switch on the UPS switch.
Okay. So Kevin, what is UPS? Second.
Uninterrupted power supply.
Uninterrupted power supply. What does it do?
It gives power to the computer, sir.
Yes, it gives power to the computer. And what is the specialty on that? Yes, Anuttara, what is the specialty on the UPS? So when the power is interrupt from the wall, I mean if there is power cutting, right? So that the computer will not stop. It continues because of the UPS. So UPS is having power, storing power in it, and it gives a continuous power supply to the computer even though the power is not available in the wall or in the house, right? So that what it does. So the UPS gives us continuously power even though there is no power in the wall in our house, right? So that's what we call UPS. So then what do you have to switch on the UPS, right? Second one is switch on the UPS, right? Switch on the UPS. Then third, so assume that yes, assume that you have already plugged your computer system to the UPS, right? Not direct to the wall. So your computer and the monitor as connected to the UPS. Then only this step is going on. Okay. If your computer directly connect to the switch of the wall, then we are not talking about this one. But we assume that your computer is connected to the UPS. By assuming that only we are going to these steps, right? So first you have to switch on the wall switch, then you have to switch on the UPS, then after that you have to switch on what?
The system unit.
System unit. System unit. Right. Then after that,
Switch on the monitor switch.
switch on the monitor. Then after that, that's all, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
But if you want to make a sound, then you have to switch on the speaker also, right? And if you want to get printout, then you have to switch on the printer also, right? So according to your device that you are going to use, then you have to use switch on all those devices, right? Okay, so have you written this one last week?
Yes, sir.
What about Kevin? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Anuttara, have you written
Yes,
this one?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Then let's go to the next step, how to switch off the computer, shut down the computer. So that's what we are going to do. The next thing is, how do we going to shut down, right? So write a heading, how to shut down a computer. How to shut down a computer.
සර් මං එක ලියලානේ තියෙන්නේ.
Right. Okay.
සර් මං එක ලියලා තියෙන්නේ.
Only that one, no?
ඈ?
एक විතරනේ කරලා ඒක විතරනේ කරේ නේද අපි?
ඔව්.
හරි. ඒක ලියාගමු අපි එහෙනම්. කෙවින් එක ලියාගමු. කෙවින් ලියලා නැහැ නේ කෙවින්? Okay. Anuttara, then can you tell us how to write down this one? Because you are going to be the master today. You are the teacher to us, right? Okay, teach us now.
සර් කම්පියුටරේ වාහන හැටිනේ.
Oh, shut down करने हैं.
First you have to do close all the programs.
Then what happened?
Second you have to do click on the shutdown button.
Okay, wait. Till that Kevin is writing little by little, you can tell him to write down.
Sir, what was the first one? I was lagging.
Yes, Anuttara, go ahead.
First one is the close all the programs. Okay. Second one is the click on the shutdown button. Finish. Finish. Yes. Third one is switch off the monitor. Okay. Finish. Switch off the UPS. Finish. Finish. Sir කිව්වා. Sir.
Okay. Right. So now you have to write down a small note down. Both of you write down note. Note. Note means salakiyutu, right? Note. ඒකේ යටතේ ලියන්න. ඒකේ යටතේ ලියන්න. These steps are these steps are used for used for desktop computers. Desktop computers. Desktop computers. As the computer lab has as the computer lab has them as the computer lab has them as the computer lab has them, right? As the computer lab has them, but not for the laptops, but not for the laptops, but not for the laptops. So Buta, these steps are here for the desktop only, right? මේවා තියෙන්නේ desktop එකටයි, not for the laptop වලට මේ steps අපි අනුගමනය කරන්නේ, because when you are going to the computer lab you have the desktop computers, so that's why we are going to know how to shut down or how to switch on the computer, right? For laptop it's something else. We don't need to go for the what you call UPS, no? In laptop there is no UPS, it has battery system, therefore we are not going to touch with that. So in this computer, in this book, we are learning how to switch on, how to switch off the computer of the computer laboratory, so which contains normal desktops. Clear? Right. So this is what we are learning here. When you go into the computer lab, how do you going to switch on it? And then after finishing your work, how do you going to shut down them? That's what we are going to learning here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then when you are going to into the computer lab, there are some rules and customs that you have to follow. So those are called ethics. So there are some ethics are available when you go into the computer lab to follow them, right? So it's safe for us as well as safe for the devices, for the computer lab, right? So can you write down a small heading called computer ethics? Computer ethics.
Sir, මම
Yes.
লীලා තියෙන්නේ.
ඔයා ලියලා තියෙන computer ethics කියලා? එහෙනම් මට ටග් ගාලා කියන්න බෑනේ මොනවද ethics කියලා?
සර් වටින් මතක නැහැ.
ෂෝක් එහෙනම් දිදි පොඩක් නැහැ. It's useless then. Then
Okay.
again then we have to do, that means that what?
Okay, sir.
ෂෝක්. කොළු පැටියෝ නියමයි බෑ. මං හිතන්නේ ඔයාගේ ඉසුමායි ලිව්වා නේද පුතේ?
ඔව් සර්.
ඒකනේ. ඇයි ඉතින් මට කිව්වේ නැත්නම් ඔයා ලිව්වා කියලා. ඔය ටික කරා කියලා. Last week Kevin didn't come, no Kevin?
No, sir.
That's you didn't watch the video.
No, sir. I had exams.
That's what happened, no? So
Yes.
you have to watch the video. So we did that. So
Okay.
if I'm continuing the same thing, Buta, so the time waste of that anuttaras. That's the problem. Anyway, just I show you the things and I just rush it with that so that you can write down from the video, right? I just continue it, right? For you to just to understand, then you can write down from the video, okay? Right. So what is computer ethic? Computer ethics are the rules and customs that we use in the computer lab. So computer lab එකේ අපි පාවිච්චි කරන අපි භාවිතා කරන නීති රීති වලට තමයි අපි computer ethics කියලා කියන්නේ. අපි කියන සිංහලෙන් සාර ධර්ම, පරිගණක සාර ධර්ම. Right? So these are things, right? Not disturb others. When you enter the computer room, you are not going to disturb any others. And no hacking of others. අනිත් අයගේ දේවල් හොරෙන් ගන්න බෑ. Right? Use original softwares. We always try to use duplicate softwares. Not to use duplicate software, we have to use original softwares. When you use original softwares, we have to pay some money to the vendor. Vendor means the person who created that software. So we have to pay them and then we have to use them. Use original software. Don't use others file without proper permission of the owner. So we are not going to use others documents. We have to get permission if you are using them. Repair the devices in proper way with the proper tools. That means if you are going to prepare something, suppose your computer is not working, then you are going to repair that one. So then you have to use there are some certain tools, right? You have to use them without using any other alternative methods. Then no internet connection without permissions. We should not use internet without getting permission from them. We have to get the permission to use the internet. And no food or drinks in the lab. So in the computer lab, we are not going to use the food. Any food we or drinks, we do not bring it. Remove your shoe. You have to remove your shoe so that no dust or the sands are not going inside the computer lab. Right? So any other removable hard disk or the CD or pen, you should not bring to the computer lab, because there is both ways safety. What are the both way safety? So in your computer, virus will not go to the computer room, and the computer room virus will not come to your computers. So that is both way safety if you are not getting any pen drive or the CD into the computer, right? So these are the ethics. Then we discussed uh, the how we are going to sit in a computer room. Computer room එක කොහොමද ඉඳ ගන්න කියලා අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තා. ඉඳ ගන්න විදිය. Right? How we are going to use the computer chair. So this is the thing that we discuss here. Right? අපි ඉඳ ගන්න හරිය විදිය. දැන් ඔයා ඉඳන් ඉන්න විදිය වැරදි. ඔයා ඉඳන් ඉන්නේ computer table එකක් උඩ. එතන computer එකක් තිබ්බොත් එimhe කොහොමනේ ගොඩක් උඩ වෙන්නේ නේද? ඔයාගේ ඔළුවට තියන computer එක එතකොට. නේද? ඈ? So there is a way of sitting near the computer room, right? So this is the chart. Anuttara, we did this also. We draw this one and we wrote this one also. Yes?
No, sir.
No? Right. Then shall we write down this one?
Okay, sir.
Okay, write down then.
Excuse me, sir. What's the fourth one?
Fourth one, sit down straightly.
Okay. Sir, what's the fifth one? Okay. Finish, sir. Sir, ಚಿತ್ರದಿಂದ ತೋನಿದೆ. Sir,
Yes, you can do that also.
okay, sir.
ಯಾರು ದಾಕ್ಷಾಯಣಿ ಚಿತ್ರವಲ್ಟ್ Kevin also very well know how to draw drawings, right? So we'll see who is going to draw very nicely. Kevin, what's your village?
Sir, Marvel Mother Candy.
Candy.
Yes, sir.
Candy where?
Marvel Mother, sir. Katugasturi.
Marvel Mother. The Anuttara also going in Katukasara school. St. Anthony's. Are you going St. Anthony's?
Sir, I am Trinity.
Ah, you are Trinity. Terane tangan, terane tangan. Kari. Right, so we were doing grade 7, lesson number 2, operating system. Right, so we were doing grade 7, lesson number 2, operating system. Right, so that we did a lot. Right, so we were doing grade 7, lesson number 2, operating system. Right, so that we did a lot, and we are in the end of the lesson. We are in the end of the lessons. So operating system. So what is the main purpose of operating system? To control the hardware of the computer and to give a interface. No, this is the main purpose of the computer. ඒ දෙවෙනි පාඩමේ අපි කතා කරගෙන හිටියා පුතා. Right, so we were doing grade 7, lesson number 2, operating system. Right. අපි එතකොට ගිය සුමානේ කරේ දෙවෙනි පාඩම. දෙවෙනි පාඩම තමයි කතා කර හිටියේ 8 වසරේ. ඒකේ අපි කතා කරා දෝෂ ගවේෂණය ගැන නේද? ඒ කියන්නේ යම්කිසි ගැටලුවක් මතු. So good evening. We will start the third so අපි කතා කරේ 11 වසරේ. So we will start Ahanya, what we did last time. Right, so we were doing හොඳයි සුබ සන්ධ්‍යාවක් කියලා පටන් ගමු අපි. එතකොට අපි කතා කරේ හිටියේ දෙවෙනි පාඩමේ දෙවෙනි පාඩම තමයි කතා කර හිටියේ අපි එතකොට ගිය සුමානේ කරේ දෙවෙනි උත්තර ඉවරද?
No, sir.
ආපුතා
Finish, sir.
ගොනු දිගුව කියන ෆෝල්ඩර් එකේ
Oh, share කරන්න බෑනේ.
wait, I will give the permission. Okay, given. පරිගණකයේ සියලුම දෘඩුපාංග මෙහෙයවීම යනවා. ආරෝස හඳුනන ගන්නව නේද?
ඔව් සර් මම 6 වසරේ ගියා සර්.
ඊට පස්සේ RAN හොඳ ටයිපින් කරන්න හැකියාවක් ලැබෙනවා. ඒතර හොඳ අධ්‍යාපනයකුත් එක්ක ටයිප් කරනවා. ඉතින් මේක Kevin ඉවරද?
Yes, sir.
All right, okay. So correct posture when using computer. So when you are going to the computer lab, okay, when you are going to the computer lab, so first we studied how to switch on the computer. Then we studied how to switch off the computer, that means shut down the computer. Then after that we studied what is ethic, that means how we are going to computer room and behave. Right? So now we are learning how to use the computer lab. So newly we go to the computer room and we followed the computer ethics, and then we sit in the properly, and we are using how to switch on the computer, how to shut down the computer, and then we are studying now here how to sit down in proper way, right? So that's what we call correct posture, right? So this is what mean here correct posture. So that means we have to sit down in computer lab in a correct manner, in a correct way, right? So from my eyes to computer screen, there should be some distance, right? Not looking at like this or not looking at like that, right? You have to have a straight, right? You should down the straight with the backbone, straight backbone, and 90 degrees of the sitting the chair, and the feet of the leg must be touched to the ground, right? And your hand should be 90 degrees angle, right? And your chair must be a movable chair and adjustable chair. So what do you mean by movable chair? So that there should be a wheel inside the wheelchair, right? So we can move here and there, and also it's adjustable means up and down, moving and up and down. Why we should have a move chair and up and down chair? Because according to the computer and according to the keyboard, we have to adjust one thing. Second thing is that there are many sizes of students are coming to the computer room. So according to their size, that chair can be adjustable, right? So that's what we need to have a chair, right? Kevin's chair is somewhat okay for the computers. Now Kevin sit down, their chair is somewhat okay for computer. So there is a arm for him to keep the hand, arm is there, and it's a movable chair. And also I know that it's inside there is something jack is to go up and down. Is there, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that sort of a chair should be the computer chair, right? And the table also must be a certain standard table, so that our computer screen has to come to our eye level, right? So there are some distance. This is what we call the computer correct posture. So if we are sitting in a correct posture in a computer lab, then there will not be any physical damage or injury inside our body. No, there are no any painings, right? So nothing will happen. So we have to go there, and from the beginning itself we have to know how to sit in proper way in the computer lab. So that's what we are learning here, correct posture. Can you understand? So now we are learning how we go into the computer lab, and how we are going to use the equipments, and how we are going to behave inside the computer, and how we are going to sit in the computer, right? So this is what we are going to learn here. Can you understand? Is there any questions on that?
No, sir. No, sir.
Right. So the next thing is that we have to understand is e-waste. E-waste. So I don't know whether is there time for you to do this one. Anyway, just I will share it, and can you write down? Will you? If it is time, we will do it. Otherwise, uh, because you came late, no, so I have to give some more time, right? But don't come late next week. Try to come on time, right? I normally just waiting for 10 to 15 minutes, and if there is nobody, then I just logged out. That what happened today, Kevin, right? Okay, anyway, so can you write down this quickly so that I can, if there is time, I can explain you.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Sir, in
Test in one. Is it okay?
yes, sir.
Right. So the e-waste is what? E-waste is all electronic devices, right, that are not working or not usable, or else you can say damaged thing. So all the electronic things that are damaged or cannot be used, right, or unusable. So those things are e-waste. So not only the mouse or keyboard, there are all the electronic devices, right, that can be devices. So those are called e-waste. So now those e-waste contain lot of harmful materials inside it, right, for the especially for human or the life being. It's very harmful, right? So therefore we should not keep those devices here and there, right? Those leads for non-curable disease. If there is any injured from with the help of those devices, so sometimes these are not curable, right? Non-curable, cannot be cured. So we have to properly dispose them, right? So there are main three method that we use to minimize this e-waste, and we can keep we can discharge the in field, right? We have to recycle them in proper way. We use there are 3R method to minimize this e-waste. What are the 3R methods? First one is first R is reduce, second R is reuse, third R is recycle. So these are the three techniques that we as Sri Lankan use to minimize e-waste, right? So we will discuss in detail next time what is e-waste, and then what are the methods that we are going to recycle them, and what are the companies that we know about those things. We will discuss in next time. So do you have any other questions or up to now?
No, sir.
Right.
No, sir.
Okay. So next week we are going to have holiday, I think. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right. Then what we can do is we have to cover this session. How do we can cover? කොහොමද මේ cover කරගන්නේ එතකොට?
Sir, වෙන දවසක දාලා.
ඒක තමයි.